Yo, what's up, people? Your boy Philko here, making a quick audio message for you guys. Going to talk a little bit about this whole Vlad TV X.com poll thing. Pause. And as you can see, it says, hold on, I gotta find a picture on my screen. As you can see, it says, who has it easier in life, men or women? Men got 21% vote, women got 79% vote. So I'm gonna go in on this and try to give people different points of views on this. You know, one of the smartest guys I know in the world, my homie Jesse, went to high school together, really smart guy. He used my wife as an example and said, she's kind of set. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to work. I don't want my wife to work. I don't want her to have a boss. I don't want her to go through those things. She actually wants to go to the military because she thinks it'll help our family more, but I don't even want her to do that. Even though it is honorable, I don't want her to do that. And I want her to be comfortable and do what she has to do. So I agree with him from that point of view, but here's the part that he and a lot of people miss when it comes to that. So we're going to use me and my wife as an example for now. Then I'm going to get to the more broader picture right after. So the part that people probably miss is what she has to do and what she has to put up with. So of course, what she has to do is cooking, cleaning. Number one, I hate cooking. I fucking hate cooking. I absolutely hate cooking. I absolutely hate it. Do you know how many times I fell asleep when cooking something? I'm lucky I didn't get burned alive yet. I fucking hate cooking. I don't like cleaning at all, which isn't too much of a problem. I usually have, like when I lived in Russia, I usually had girls that I was paying to clean, so it was nothing. And same thing with cooking. Usually had different girls I was paying to cook and stuff, which was nothing. But, so like I said, she has to cook, she has to clean, and she has to put up with the shit that I do, which is something that most girls won't put up with, and they're not willing to sacrifice for me or for anyone. So with the line of business I'm in, not every woman will be comfortable with their man doing that, even though it may bring in good money when you're doing it right. Not all of them will be comfortable, and she absolutely is comfortable with it. And not only that, we actually really get along, and she has good character. I think that's kind of a thing that people miss out on. So it's not just like, oh, she's just a girl, she's pretty, or she's cute, whatever, so she got it made. No, she actually keeps her good character. Everyone has temptation to maybe lie sometimes, to maybe steal something, whatever. She doesn't go for it. She keeps a good character, and she stays positive. She's a great friend of mine. We play video games together. She's fucking master rank in competitive Overwatch. Master 5. I'm not even master, and she's master. And yeah, we play the game together. And I don't even like playing with her in the game because I think like I'm gonna make her lose sometimes because she's better than me, and she'll be complaining like, just play with me. But yeah, she's fucking awesome. We hang out. It's not even like she's just a wife. She's also a great friend, and we live together. And prior to her, you guys know me. You've been watching my life on YouTube for like 8 years. I didn't want to live with anybody. The only girl I actually lived with for like 2-3 months was during COVID, and I had no choice. It was the law. I had to stay where I was, and I didn't enjoy it. Right after the regulations were lifted, I left her. I kicked her out. So she's the first. So let's get to the more broader picture besides just me and my wife. Because of my crazy ass, I think that's a bad example. Because even Jose, my homie Jose, is always like, I forgot exactly what he said, but basically he agrees that she puts up a lot with me. She deals with a lot to be with me. And I'm like, you're right. Like, he's absolutely right. And what's crazy is if you think she deals with a lot now with the business I'm in, she went through way more when I was popular in Russia. She put up with a lot of shit when I was popular in Russia. Like, I'll get to that in maybe some other videos if she wants me to talk about it. But she put up with a lot of shit. So, yeah, it kind of evens itself out. And how many guys actually married a girl who was their first? So, yeah, it's a real different situation with me and my wife. I mean, she wasn't my first, but you know what I mean. How many girls marry someone who was their first man? Yeah, it's a real different situation with me and her. But let's get to the thing in general. Who has it easier? Men versus women. In my opinion, I'm going to tell you what I think. So I already know what men think. It's easier for women. You know, a lot of them become feminists complaining about working and they don't even need to work. Men can take care of them, all this stuff. Men build the infrastructure. Life is harder. We got to work harder. What else they say? Men get robbed more crime. Which I don't even think matters because men do most of the fucking robbing in the first place. So you should get robbed more. You should get robbed more. You're out doing the fucking robbing. It's usually men doing that shit, so women do it to them more. So it gets done to men more, of course, because they're the ones fucking doing it, so that's the fuck they get. And all that kind of stuff. I get all that. I get all the arguments, Women have it made to most guys. But I'm going to tell you something that men should have, but it's really going away, and I'm not exactly sure why. Let me ask ChatGPT something. ChatGPT. So I'm a very scientific guy. Anything I say is based on science. Has men testosterone levels dropped in recent years? Let me see. Let's see what it says. I spell almost every word wrong, but I'm sure ChatGPT understands what I'm trying to say. Yes, average testosterone levels in men have declined over recent decades, even after accounting for age. Wow. A study of 1 million healthy men found significant decrease in mean testosterone levels. Earlier work, U.S. documented population level decline in serum testosterone over late 20th and 21st centuries bound that would expand the aging alone. In Israel, data from 2006-2019 also showed age-independent decline in testosterone for most age groups. Among adolescents and young adults in the U.S., total testosterone levels declined between 1999 and 2016, even after adjusting for body mass index and other factors. A recent article, Temporal Trends in Serum Testosterone and Luteinizing Hormone, describes an ongoing resetting of hypothalamic pituitary gonadal function, indicating that decline is not just due to aging. Another study focused on men aged 20 to 44 showed age-related declines in total testosterone and suggested that decline levels may begin earlier than often assumed. So, this is what I'm noticing when it comes to this whole situation. Now that I already said why I think most men think women have it easier, I think what gives men an advantage in life and makes life easier for men, so to say, in life is something called testosterone. Testosterone. In my opinion, and I don't believe in this alpha male crap, I think it's crap, but in my opinion, men should want to be the best. They should have that drive. They should have that competitive edge. They should care about tomorrow. They should be protectors. And they should want to take care of themselves. To me, that's what a man does. He wants to own. He wants to be healthy. He wants to be strong. He wants to be masculine, what a lot of people see as masculine. He wants to be the protector. He wants to be the go-getter. But most men aren't that. Most men aren't that. They're not trying to build for tomorrow. They're not trying to accumulate more worth. They're actually just trying to get by day to day. And it's not set up like that. They did that. Those men did that. Now, when I look at a guy who's complaining about something or people, the first thing I'm going to do is look at how this guy looks, how he takes care of himself. Is he out of shape? Does he even groom himself? That's the first thing I'm thinking. Whenever I hear a man complain about something, I'm going to look at him and see if he's saying this probably just because he really thinks that, or does he look at things this way because of who he is and how his life is. So, for example, there's this guy on YouTube I follow named Chris Morgan. He's known as the Bagel Boss. He's like 4'7". He goes around yelling at people and like, women this, women that. Now, it's obvious why he feels so negative towards women, because he's 4'7", and that's not his fault. He was just kind of dealt bad cards. But it's obvious why he feels that way towards women, because he doesn't get that much luck when compared to the average man. He literally has to walk around somewhere and some women start snickering and covering their mouth because he's so short. 4'7", 5'7" short. So 4'7" is like between average man and midget, right? Like midgets are usually like, 3'5" or something, but he's like in between. He's like, what is that kind of thing? You know what I mean? He's just like a really small person, but he's not like a midget or dwarf or some kind of other classification. He's just a really short guy. So of course he's going to feel that way about women and stuff. So anyone listening to this, if you for some reason think women have it easier in life, look at your life situation for a second. Is that how the 18-year-old version of you thought you'd be living when you were the age you are now? Is that anything like what you wanted to happen in your life, your living situation, your family situation, your financial situation, your health situation, or any of those anywhere near what the 18-year-old version of yourself thought or wanted when you were 40? Or whatever age you may be. Because me and my friends, we're all fucking 40. So that's the age I'm focused on. I mean, I'm not 40 yet. I think maybe 2 of us are 40. But most of us are going to be there within a year. So I'm focused on 40. That's kind of why I'm breaking my ass, getting things together, hard body, because I don't want to be 40 and feel like a failure. That's just me. Like, I can't do that. So is anything going your way in your life? Now, if it's no, maybe that's why you think girls have it easier, because the thing with men is we typically have testosterone, which gives drive, strength, and the will to protect and build for tomorrow, to take care of yourself. And usually a good woman who's by your side and actually understands these things will help you take care of yourself. Make sure you're doing right. She's feeding you the right food. She's making sure you're going to the gym enough and not doing too much or not too little. She lets you know, oh, you're getting a little fat over here. She takes care of you. Because I probably wouldn't be in such great shape if I didn't have my wife next to me cooking for me the way I need to eat. Instead of just feeding me things that are tasty, she has to feed me things that are best for me and to keep me going for our future, instead of just filling me up and making me smile. She actually cares about how I look. You know, I'm almost 40 and I think I'm in the best shape I've ever been. I got to make videos for you guys, I promise, and I will do it, especially on my 40th birthday. But I'm probably in the best shape of my life and I'm almost 40. But what about you if you're negative about other people? Because if you think women have it easier, do you know how much easier your life would be is if you actually took advantage of the testosterone you have as a man? If you actually had the mentality to go out there, get it done, build wealth, invest, own property, any of those things. If you actually had the goal to try to actually do those things for your adult life and actually go for it, you would look at the situation differently. Because there's not a lot of women out there at all who have the drive. And I understand we have different makeups. I get it. We have different makeups. You know, I don't have a period every month. Women go through that shit. No offense to women. Thank God I'm not a woman. Because I never want to have a baby and I never want to have a period. I don't have to go through none of that. Thank God. Sorry. No offense to women. I'm not trying to say women are less. But thank the Lord every day that I don't have to go through that shit. But women do have to go through that. And they're weaker. They can't even defend themselves that well. Compared to the average man the average man who's not like some fat hog, I think the average man can beat the average athlete woman in a boxing match if they're the same weight. She's an athlete, he's just some normal guy, not some really fat dude, just normal shape of a man versus an athletic woman in a boxing match. I think it'll at least be 50-50. And she's a professional, and he's just a man. What does that tell you? We have different makeup. So if you're a man and you're not using that drive to have a good living situation in your life, if you're not using that drive to have a good woman in your life, or man, whatever the fuck you want, or women, whatever it may be, if you're not using that drive to take advantage of yourself, you might be the reason you think women have an easier life. You might be the reason. Because those women that you'll give examples of that have easier lives, they're probably women who what? Take advantage of their beauty. Women usually have the beauty advantage. Some women take advantage of that, and it makes their lives easier when it comes to financial means. When it comes to meeting financial stuff, they don't have to worry about buying a house or something. They can use their beauty and find a nice man who could provide for them. True. But on the other side, let's flip it. Let's flip it around. Men with drive typically do better than men without drive, without a college degree, without business plans or even planning for the future, without investments, without property. Men with these things have an advantage over those other guys who are just sitting there letting time go by because they're using their male advantage like those females use their female advantage. So I get it. I work harder monetarily than my wife will ever work. And it's not even just me. When she was coming up, like, her parents took care of her. They paid for college. She never had to have a job. My ex, on the other hand, on the other hand, she didn't have it like that. She had to work since she was 13 years old. So it's different for everybody. But my wife's great parents, awesome parents, racist ass grandparents, but we'll get to that in another video. But great parents and stuff. And now she has a, I guess, financially stable as fuck husband. I'm not going to say I'm a good husband because I think I put her through a lot of shit. Jose agrees. But now she has a financially stable husband. So it's never really on her mind. It's like, I got to make money. That's never on her mind. Because I take care of that. I have drive. So women like her in her situation, what they want from life is something completely different. Their goals and what makes them happy is different. It's not money. It's like love, honesty, compassion, someone to care for me, romance, someone to actually make me feel like I'm worth it, make me feel like I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. And that's what means a lot to them. That's what means a lot to them. It's not how much money they can spend all the time. It's, I want to feel like people really care about me. Did you guys see that video of, was it Bad Barbie? She was jumping on the car, on the hood of a dude's car. This was like recent. I saw it like a month, but it's probably like a year old. But Bad Barbie, let me make sure. Bad Barbie jumped on the hood of a dude's car that she liked, and then she made a video saying, I'm never fucking with this nigga again. This girl's a multi-millionaire. And she's still dying over dudes who probably aren't even worth as much as her. Because that's what means a lot to her. What means as much or even more than the money does is someone to love her, show her care and compassion, and make her feel like she's the most beautiful girl in the world. We have different makeups. And the reason I think guys think women have it easier is because they think about monetary things. Yeah, I would say on the average, it is easier for women to get money. I'm not going to deny that. That's why 99% of the world's prostitutes are women or people who look like it. I know, really. Or women, or people who look like a woman. They make way more money than the male prostitutes. I get that. But since the money is okay and great, of course they enjoy it, but their goals in life, basically the grass is always greener on the other side. The grass is always greener. That's how it always is. You always think it's easier on the other side. Especially when you don't take advantage of your own fucking side. You see what I'm saying? When you don't take advantage of it. I get being a man is hard because I'm not going to say I work harder than other people. Because like my friends or whoever, they may have normal jobs and shit. I'm not saying I work harder than them. I don't think I do. I don't think I do because I can work when I want, where I want, and I control my income more than they can. I get that. If anything, they work harder because they have to follow instructions and goals for those hours, and they don't have a choice. And they don't get to take as much vacation as me. I get that. But the difference is I have to use drive in what I do because nothing's promised. I had to advertise. I had to go out and find the models to work with. I had to make the business plan. I had to understand that everything I do is a business expense, or I should make it a business expense. Anything I do about myself, I make it about money. I design my life so anything I enjoy doing, I get money from it. Except for video games. I haven't figured that out yet because I'm not that good. You see what I'm saying? And I don't play that much anyway. But basically, yeah, that's really it. I think you guys got the point. I don't think men have it easier than women. I don't think women have it easier than men. I think a lot of guys think women have it easier because those guys do not take advantage of themselves. They're nowhere near where they wanted to be at their ages. And you guys who are 25 and under, you have time. You have time. I remember when I was that age. I wasn't thinking about the future. I really wasn't. I was just having fun for the moment. I was hustling a little bit, doing my acting, but I wasn't thinking about the future. I wasn't thinking about my health too much, even though I was in shape. I wasn't thinking about it too much. I didn't realize how much it meant for the longevity of my life. But once you hit that 3-0, it's going to start hitting you. And if by the time you're 30, you still don't understand that as a man, you got to have that drive, you got to push forward, you're likely to just settle into a life living check to check, not really caring about tomorrow, not caring who you become, what you own, and all that stuff. And you're likely to be a little bitter about it, in my opinion, so you think women have it easier. And it's just not true. It's just because you don't take advantage of yourself. You gotta take advantage of yourself. And it's never too late. First thing is take care of yourself. That's number one, is take care of yourself. To me, I'm just a different breed. I don't see how a man can be comfortable and be in bad shape. That's just me. Like, as a man, I don't see how. Especially when you have children and shit and people to take care of, and you need to be here as long as possible. You need to take care of yourself. I don't get that. To me that's selfish. To me, that's you got friends or family, whoever to want you to be here tomorrow. If you don't care, that's your choice. But if tomorrow matters to the people around you, shouldn't you take care of yourself so you can fucking be here? And this ain't a shot to no one. This is most of the people I know. They don't really take care of themselves physically. Like I'm usually the only one talking about health. I think sometimes when I talk about it, some other people catch on. They may start wanting to get in shape and stuff, which is cool. But when you're 40 plus or damn near 40, yo, it's time. It's time. It's seriously time to take care of yourself. You know, if you don't, that's your choice, but I already explained myself with that. And also, like, that's it. I don't know. I don't want to go on forever about it, but I don't think women have it easier. I think it looks like women have it easier because the women who do take advantage of their beauty get monetary things easier than men, and men who don't take advantage of themselves see that and they feel a little salty about it. But that's your fault because you put yourself in the situation you're in. No one stopped you from getting a college degree. Nobody stopped you from starting a business. No, especially if you're creative. Especially if you're a creative with the internet, that's your fault. It's your fault what you do in your free time. If you don't spend most of your free time doing something that builds your tomorrow, you're wasting your time. That's not women's fault to take advantage of their beauty because you don't take advantage of yourself. And yeah, I'm out.